Episode 2, Shelter. Need some help. Nova would have kept staring if she wasn't about to plunge to her death. Yes, please. She felt a pang in her chest before she could even finish the sentence. The woman finally showed mercy, leaning down to help her back up onto the roof. Feeling something solid beneath her feet again, the witch sprawled out on the warm concrete and closed her eyes, trying to catch her breath and get her thoughts in order. She had never been this close to... Don't think about it, it's fine, you're fine. Hey, aren't you forgetting something? Thanking your savior, perhaps. Opening her eyes and seeing a face looming over, Nova screamed and jumped to her feet. Too much excitement for one morning. Are you familiar with the concept of personal space? Must have heard about it somewhere, I think. She kept smiling, the witch snorted and mumbled. Well, thank you, I guess. You're welcome. She held out her hand. Onyx. Nova was going to give her a name, but... You already know my name, don't you? Yeah, they mentioned it when they sent me to keep an eye on you. I'm still not thrilled about the keeping an eye on me part, by the way. She shrugged. Sorry, girl, an assignment ends an assignment. Besides, where would you be now if it weren't for me? She has a point. That's what I'm talking about. They turned, hearing one of the unconscious Magistrum enforcers grunt softly. They will probably wake up soon, and I'd really rather not be here when that happens. What's next? Are you taking me somewhere, or should I hide and wait? This time we're not leaving you alone. Keep up. She gave her a wink. The next moment, she was gone, the already familiar black cat standing in her place. It's cute. Without waiting for the witch's response, she ran, effortlessly jumped to the roof of a neighboring building, and then she sat and looked at Nova as if beckoning her to follow. Nova definitely didn't feel up to jumping on rooftops after spending so much time dangling off the edge of one, but it didn't seem like she had much of a choice. Well, okay. She allowed herself some time to breathe, then ran and jumped, successfully landing on the other roof. After a while, somewhere in the city of Rome, she was bent over with her hands on her knees, blowing annoying strands of hair away from her face. I wasn't ready for this. Easy for you to say. Onyx turned again. I wonder what it's like. She drew a curve in the air with her tail, noticing the expression of her new acquaintance. She grinned, exposing sharp fangs. Never met an Animorph before. The witch nodded slowly, now closely observing the cat's ears. It was probably rude to stare like that, but she didn't hear any objections, so Onyx was definitely fine with that, communicating it with her confident posture, slow movements, and barely noticeable glint in her eyes. She invited attention, and she bathed in it, a cat in a patch of sunlight. She makes me curious. Hopefully I get a chance to get to know her better. Now that they were relatively safe, it is time to start asking questions. So your shin's familiar? Onyx grimaced if she was about to hiss, her pupils narrowing. I'd never connect my spirit with his grumpy ass. I'm sure it'd be difficult for him to find a familiar, even if it wasn't an Animorph, but just an animal with presence. It takes a lot of trust to establish that kind of bond, and Shin, all he does is give people, "I'm so done with you" stares. Well, he's quiet. I don't even know what to call it. Annoying, grouch, pretentious. Chen made a negative impression on you. I mean, I was trying to go with middle, but I'm not sure I got to know him that well, but he definitely has a difficult personality. And you two don't seem to get along. Nope. I'm Unbound, a cat that walks wherever she wants, and occasionally takes on assignments. Who gave you the assignment to watch me then, and why? Someone who has an interest in you. You'll find out soon enough. Irritation rising inside Nova rolled her eyes. Oh, well, of course. We can't possibly do without an air of mystery. Are we seriously gonna play these games? Well, I love playing games. Such as? Nova suspected that what the answer would be, and then when she heard cat and mouse, she immediately interrupted, failing to hold back a grin. Oh no. It's a good answer, no. Too predictable, sorry. She saw a twinkle in Onyx's eye. Well, I'll figure out a way to charm you. Change the topic. Nova didn't want to devote more time to empty chit-chat. So what now? No! There was a commotion coming from the direction of the main street. They quickly crouched by some planks and garbage bags behind the building. The witch pressed her sleeve to her nose to block the smell of raw fish, and Onyx cast a hungry glance at the garbage. Nova grimaced, but decided she could think about the Animorph's food preferences some other time. Two people appeared in the alley, a man and a woman. She shoved him into the wall. He was bigger than her, stronger, and yet he kept silent, just staring at her. I'll ask again. What did you sell me? A cream. Her lips twitched. I know it's a cream. What did you put in it? Nothing. You sell it everywhere. It didn't open the package. Don't take me for an idiot. If you're telling the truth, why do I have a rash on my skin, I don't. Everyone knows that you freaks wouldn't miss the chance to taint the lives of normal people. I've never set foot in stores owned by your kind, and I wouldn't have done it yesterday if I'd known. He didn't look away, and didn't show any emotion, remaining calm, at least on the outside. I have signs on my door and at the cash register. Everything is up to code according to the requirements of the Magistrum. The front, the size, placement, and color. I passed all inspections. His words only made the woman angrier. What difference does it make if I didn't notice? Why the hell they even allow you to do business is beyond me. He prodded the man's chest with a finger. He swallowed, clenching his fists. Nova saw the struggle within him, the desire to stand up for himself wrestled with hesitation due to the likely consequences. So he tolerated it. Lowering his head and pressing his lips into a thin line, he continued to silently listen to his customer, whose voice rose to a shriek, attracting the attention of passerbyers. What's going on there? Is he bothering you? It's Ignora? He wanted to poison me, maybe even kill me, I don't know. What? No. Soon the alley was filled with people. They frowned, muttered, shook their heads, taking in the victim's story. She was now sobbing inconsolably, showing the rash on her arm, and everyone gathered around her. One of the passerbyers put his hand on her back in a soothing gesture, casting a hateful look at the other. There, we'll call the Magistrum. They'll deal with him quickly. The crowd nodded in agreement. The mention of the Magistrum produced its own desired effect. Fear swirled in the man's eyes like a caustic haze. Let's talk. I'm willing to compensate you for your emotional distress. Just don't... The woman gasped as if in pain. Oh, you want to buy me out? For me to just leave it so you can continue poisoning people? Never! Murmurs, a growing leaden wave of insults and threats. You don't want us to call the Magistrum? That's fine. I'll take care of you myself. He took a step forward, approaching the other. Nova knew that no matter what powers they possessed, he wouldn't dare use them unless he wanted to get into serious trouble for violating one of the code's main provisions. So there isn't much hope for him. Yeah, but it means the Magister will still be called if we intervene as well, so I'm gonna leave it. Onyx cursed softly under her breath. We have to do something, Nova whispered. I can't attract unnecessary attention. There's a door over there, see? Looking around, she nodded. Go inside and down the stairs. I'll be back soon. With that, she changed her form and ran out of hiding. The witch turned around and went to the door, trying not to think about the growing noise in the alley. It took her a long time to get down the stairs. There was no light. Finally reaching the bottom of the stairs, Nova found another door, but did not dare to open it and waited for her guide. Soon, daylight poured in from the top of the stairs. A few moments later, Onyx was next to her again. She was breathing heavily. Fumbling in her pocket, she took something out and unlocked the door without saying a word. Now I'm kind of wondering what happened, but moving on. They found themselves in a cool corridor. It smelled damp. Water was dripping somewhere, echoing in the empty space. I got out of the catacombs not that long ago, only to end up right back in the place just like him. Nova noticed Onyx rubbing a sore spot. I ran out to distract them and gave that other time to escape. Everything worked out, but one of the ordinaries kicked me. I'm sorry. You're worried about me? How sweet. I'm good, though. There's a supply of elixirs and tinctures where we're going, so I won't have to suffer for long. I just need a couple of minutes to catch my breath. They leaned against the cold wall, sinking into silence. The witch kept thinking about everything that happened until she heard Onyx quietly say, I never really understand why people like us would want to serve ordinaries. What is that? Some form of masochism? They hate us. Well, not all of them, probably. Among them, there are... Onyx shot her sharp look that made her uncomfortable. She immediately regretted saying anything. Don't tell me you're going to make excuses for them, especially after what you just saw. They cornered the man, and if it wasn't for me, who knows how it would have ended. I don't mean to say they were right, but they were very scared, and... So what? Was it that scared them? It wasn't the rash on the woman's arm. If she went to an ordinary store, bought that cream, and got the same rash, do you think she would have behaved the way she did with him? Would she push someone, poke them, humiliate them? She took a slow, deep breath, realizing she was getting angry. They painted themselves a picture of a world where they should be afraid of us. And we just want to live. And right now, we have to fight for our right to exist. It's wrong and unfair. Nova bit her tongue. Yes, I'm not arguing with that. I want to believe in the best in people. Trying to be optimistic. There's a big difference between being optimistic and turning a blind eye to crucial issues. It's true. Shaking her head, Onyx straightened up. Let's go that way. Nova followed, keeping a little behind. There was tension between them, thick, almost tangible. I should think about my words more carefully next time if I don't want to alienate myself from everyone. After some time, she decided to speak up. Onyx, about what I said, it didn't come out how I intended. She was about to clarify, but Onyx beat her to it. The anamorphix shoulders slumped. It's alright, I overreacted, I'm sorry. I have to remember your context. My context? They fell into step next to each other. Well, I was told you lived discreetly, didn't go through initiation, so you wouldn't be marked. And you don't have any friends among the others. I didn't really know anyone from the magic community. That's what I thought. When you're a loner, and constantly see evidence that the majority despises and fears people like you, it's hard not to stop start thinking you're the problem. She suddenly broke into a confident smile. But you're not alone anymore. Nova allowed herself a timid smile in response. We've only known each other a day, but I'm already accepting as one of them. She felt warm, but this warmth was almost immediately washed away by a wave of unpleasant goosebumps. Shivering, she wiped her sweaty palms on her clothes. What is this place? A network of underground tunnels for use by others. Wow. Keep silent. Yeah. I'm trying to save my diamonds because we don't have that many right now. Soon, the witch's legs began to hurt. It seemed like it took them ages to finally arrive at the right door. Onyx opened it. They went up the stairs, through a basement, and into a warm room. Nova looked around. It looked like a combination of a dining room, living room, and a common room. The air smelled of food, a bright aroma of pepper and nuts. Several people were seated on the chairs exchanging news, and the sound of their conversations and laughter mixed with the clatter of dishes and music on TV. Nova stared at the screen. The song coming from the speaker was performed in an unfamiliar language. Their arrival didn't go unnoticed. A woman entered the room and smiled broadly when she saw Onyx. Nixie. Thought your name was Onyx, now it's Nixie. They hugged tightly. It's been a while since your last visit. She looked at the witch. Oh, and who's this beauty? Have you finally decided to settle down? But I'm not her... Onyx laughed, shaking her head. If she should be so lucky. This is Nova. The one who escaped with Shin? The catcher? That's the one. Does everyone already know about this? Not everyone, just many people. Shit, Diago? Call me Dee Dee. Welcome to my shelter. Just the place to lie low for a day or two. Nova noticed a brand on her wrist and a cross on her neck. The confusion on her face didn't escape Dee Dee, but the hostess only smiled in response. Come on in, lunch will be ready in about 15. We'll talk over food. Onyx rushed to the table as soon as she heard those words. She cooks the best food in the world, I'm telling you. I won't play coy, it's true. While we're waiting, can I take out my contacts? They make my eyes sore. Oh, of course, come on. I have one vacant room. You can change there as well. I don't have any clothes with me. Don't worry about it. I have a whole closet full of stuff. We'll adjust the size with a spell. She led her guest up to the stairs. Yeah, she's a very beautiful and well-rounded woman, I will say that. The small but cozy room smelled of coconut oil. It had been a long time since the witch had been in a space like this where it felt like home. When Nova returned from the bathroom, a stack of clothes was waiting on the bed. You can't fix the size yourself, can you? No. Her eyes are now yellow. Then just call me when you decide what you want to wear. I'll help. She stepped out, leaving the woman alone with the colorful outfits. I don't want colorful. I want the black one. Buy all of them. I mean, I still like the black outfit. Fine, we're undercover. The Solidite actually looks alright. It's kind of pretty. I like the blue. I like the waves and stuff. So, yeah, no, we'll do it. Current hairstyle. Yes, please. She didn't say change her hair, too. Wonderful. Oh, hold on. She went to the dresser and took out a piece of jewelry. Here, it's an amulet, a good conductor for presents. May come in handy. Just need to activate it. Holding her hand over the necklace, she said the right words and the stone lit up. I don't use it, so if you want it, it's yours. So accept the amulet, DD's amulet. It's 8 diamonds. Looks pretty. I actually wouldn't mind wearing that myself. I used to have a blue quartz necklace. Unfortunately, it was taken from me. Thank you, DD. The hostess winked, then they went back downstairs. There was no one in the room except Onyx. Dee set the table. Nova could barely resist digging into her portion right away. With everything that was going on, she forgot she hadn't eaten all day. Meanwhile, the Animamorph decided she couldn't care less about the decorum or etiquette and had already started eating. I missed your cooking so much, Dee. Dee just smiled. Her eyes gleamed with a maternal tenderness. Nova took a spoon and inhaled the rich aroma of the dish. Smells great. This is Ofi Oha, the national dish of my people. The Igbo. I hope you like it. Putting down her own bowl, she went to a drawer. Inside there was many jars with herbs. The hostess took a pinch of a certain mixture and added it to her food, whispering a spell. The soup bubbled and took on a bluish color. Any special plans for the night? Yes, and I wish it was something more exciting than dealing with taxes. I've been putting them off for too long again. Noticing Nova studying this blue soup in confusion, Dee explained. Never heard of Arania powder? It relieves drowsiness and improves focus. It has a delayed effect, though, so I'm taking it now. Convenient. Does this mean you can stay awake for 24 hours? Yes, but I don't recommend it, using it more than necessary. You'll have to pay for these extra hours. Well, everything has side effects. Presents won't work for free. I'll be down with a stomachache tomorrow, but it's fine. Nothing I can't handle. I wish I had your stamina. I swore to never use it again. Of course, Hero was. When this conversation came to an end, Dee put her hands together and, closing her eyes, began to pray. She's another, yet she prays and wears a cross. I've heard there's are magical ones who practice Christianity, despite the fact that most denominations reject them. But I still don't understand how that can work. No, she seems like she's a very direct woman. She didn't want to dance around the topic, so she decided to just go ahead and ask. Dee, you're a witch, and you practice Christianity? Yes. Sorry if it sounds rude, but how does that work? The woman put down the cutlery and propped her chin with her folded hands, looking her guest in the eye. I believe in God. But what about the teachings of the church? The others get their powers from the devil, and that we could bring devastation upon the world. Things like that. They even write about it, and they write about many things from many sources. But who wrote it? When? Why did they write it? Was the text translated correctly? All this is important as the content itself. As far as I'm aware, Jesus never preached that presence is bestowed by the evil spirit. Some even believe that he was one of us. I wouldn't be surprised if that turned out to be true. So, I don't see any contradictions between being a witch and having faith. But the Vatican is temporary. Once you die, it's beyond that. Like you're one with the universe. The Vatican is made up of people. One idea can be unfolded into thousands of different ways, depending on your goals you're pursuing. My faith is in God, not in the institutions that claim to carry out His word and will in the world. I see. Nova returned to her food, lost in thought. After a while, upon finishing her second portion, Onyx turned to her. "Tell us about yourself, Nova." Her hand trembled and her spoon hit the bottom of the bowl. There's not much to tell. However, under the gaze of two pairs of eyes, she realized she wouldn't get off so easily. Both of my parents were ordinary. They weren't happy that their daughter was born with amber eyes. Presence usually manifests itself during adolescence, but with me, it was clear right away. To their credit, they didn't give me up to a shelter for others, so I grew up with them. As soon as I became old enough, I moved out to live on my own, but decided I'd rather not get marked. That's how I existed, somewhere between others and ordinaries. Worked as an administrative employee at a museum, until I was fired. During the recent cuts of Magical Folk. Oh, yeah, them. And then you decided to try stealing. Well, not right away. I was trying to find a job, but refusal after refusal. The initial interviews would go great, but as soon as it came to running me through the databases, finding out that I was a witch, always the same. We're not hiring others right now. How would they know you were a witch if you were raised by ordinaries? I'm just confused by that. I was even thinking of applying to the Magistrum. They had openings. Onyx shuddered. Ooh. I know, I decided not to. But in the end, I ran out of money and patience. That's when I got the brilliant idea to use presents to steal. But, as you know, that failed, and I ended up in the Vatican's dungeon. Nova smiled and put the last spoonful of soup in her mouth. I'm a lousy thief. Although, maybe it's just because I'm inexperienced. Seeing that Onyx was going to ask another question, she rattled off. Thanks for lunch, Dee Dee. I loved it. You're welcome, sweetheart. Onyx, what's your plan? We'll stay until tonight. I was told she should have time to see Nova. Who? Dee Dee wanted to answer, but Onyx interrupted her. Shh, let's not ruin the surprise. That was the Sugarhead with a smile. She's talking about Vest. Hey! Come on, she'll find out later anyway. But not from us. We can't tell her anyway. Nova felt her apologetic gaze. It's not up to me, it's just... It's fine, I get it, I'm new, and no one really knows me. I mean, I'd like to know exactly what's going on, but I can wait for the meeting with whoever it is I'm supposed to meet. She stretched and yawned, covering her mouth with her hand. Both Dee Dee and Onyx yawned right after. If you'd like to take a nap while you're waiting, you can go back to your room. Do you have any more rooms available? No, sorry. Everything's occupied after that skirmish on Via Nerezi. You'll have to settle in here. Well, that wouldn't be my first time. I'll turn, no problem. After clearing the place, they dispersed. In the room, a soft fragrance enveloped her again. She fell on the bed, allowing her body to relax. I wonder what's gonna happen tonight. Dee Dee almost said the name Vesper? The one Shen talked to in the archives? It's probably her. She must be an important person. There's only one reason why they might be interested in me. My gift. The only question is what purposes they want to use it. Well, I'll find out soon enough. The thoughts brought her back to what happened that morning. Nova shuddered as everything shrank inside when her mind threw memories of her rooftop adventures at her. Trying to distract herself, she began to inspect the room. There's a sofa here. Onyx is downstairs. Maybe I should invite her up here. Or would it be weird? This diamond choice will improve your friendship or romance with Onyx. That's a hefty diamond choice. That's the goddamn boy. Damn. 77 diamonds. Listen, that's 2 weeks worth of me doing ads. I mean, I try and log in every day and do at least one ad, but ooh. Fine, I'll do one for you guys. Not giving herself time to change her mind, Nova got up, opened the door, and went downstairs. So I'm guessing she's a romanceable, permanent part of what we're gonna be doing in this book. The cat was curled up on a chair and didn't move when the witch came in. Moving closer, Nova reached out and gently touched her head. I have a sofa in my room. It should be softer than these chairs. You can come with me if you want. She deftly jumped off the chair and ran upstairs. Nova followed, smiling to herself. I don't know why she's a cat. She could have just curled up on the bed. As soon as she closed the door behind them, Onyx returned to her human form. Don't you think we're moving too quickly? The witch rolled her eyes. Don't make me regret my decision. Just kidding. Thank you for the invitation. It's very nice of you. My side's still hurting from that kick, so it'll be nice to sleep on something a little more comfortable. Dee Dee's chairs are stupid. I've been telling her to buy something with upholstery. She refuses. She's sure I'll tear them apart during one of my visits. Nova couldn't help but chuckle. Will you? I don't know yet. If she buys them, and she will buy them, then we'll see. But most likely, yes, I will. What is it that about cats that makes you so mean? Not really a mean, it's a natural desire to, like, claw shit. I'm serious. Listen, I have 5 cats, okay? They just do it. Onyx shrugged nonchalantly, sitting on the couch. We're not mean at all. We just love attention, and sometimes we try to win it in unusual ways. In destructive ways, you mean? After thinking about it, she sat down as well. For a while, they were silent. Nova felt a curious gaze on her in an attempt to unravel her like a mystery. And then she surprised herself with an unexpected confession. I was very scared today. Onyx's ears perked up and then lowered. I thought that was it. The end. She blinked a couple times, desperately looking for something to cling to so that she wouldn't fall deep into her fear again. Maybe that's why I invited you up here. I didn't want to be alone. Nova nodded, biting her lip. She didn't know where this unsolicited sincerity came from, but decided not to add that to the list of questions already tormenting her. And then Onyx... I get to choose for Onyx. This is weird, but alright. The witch felt her cheeks flush. She lowered her head to hide her reaction to the touch, so cautious, so polite. She was expecting a joke or a mischievous smile, but not this. This was close, and she probably needed it. Even though she had blonde hair in the thing, I believe. Which is kind of weird and goes against what we have, but whatever. They didn't know each other at all, but she somehow managed to understand everything. Was it intuition, perhaps? Lowering her voice until it was a soft whisper, Onyx said, Next time you're on the verge of death, I'll come to rescue again. You can count on me. But still, try to keep from falling from buildings to a minimum, okay? I'll lend you one of my lives, but I don't think they're transferable. Nova laughed. Onyx withdrew her hand, but the memory of its warmth lingered on Nova's skin. They talked some more. Eventually, Nova breathed a sigh of relief, feeling much lighter. She got up, went to the bed, leaving Onyx on the sofa. She changed her form and made herself comfortable. Thank you for the talk. Nova lay down and closed her eyes. I like the artwork, even though it was a blonde versus, being black hair. I'll give you 4 stars for that one. Oh, hold on. Stats, forgot. That's a thing. Sun Emissary, Moon Harris, status didn't go up. However, Power of Presence went up. Okay. So we lean more to the Moon Harris. Interesting. And I'll have to get my 3 diamonds. Hold on! Alright, so hopefully you all did enjoy. Please remember that if you did, to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description of the video. Plenty of things to check out there, ways to support, and ways to join our community, and, you know, talk and share things, and who, what, when, where, and why, right? So with that being said, wow! Almost 100 diamonds for that one choice. 77 to be exact, but I mean, yeah, you do get a couple diamonds back for completing it, apparently, and then, you know, you can click the one thing that'll give you an ad, which will give you 3, and then in order to get more diamonds, every 30 minutes you have to log in and do the 3. I can see why, though, this game has Diamond Rush events, which allow people to, like, really kind of, like, save up and wait for when people can do a bunch of choices and things that they actually enjoy. So for those of you who are going, do more, do more, do more, no offense, but I'm pacing this book and the other one out right now. That one's waiting for new content, which isn't supposed to be released until, I believe, the end of September to October. This one, we do have the next chapter to do. I don't know how far back on this one. I don't think I'm that far back because it is a new book, but we do have one more chapter to do on this one. I will, once there is a Diamond Rush, which, hey, feel free to let me know in the comments when there will be one, but, I will put a lot of time and effort in, depending on when the new Diamond Rush is, to jump into some of the books that I haven't covered yet. You know, with there being quite a handful, I'd say a dozen books that I haven't covered on this app yet. I'll be glad to jump into those and get those done ASAP. But again, please, 1, let me know. 2, do understand that, you know, there's a lot of other things going on, so I thought I would just give you guys this little message at the end of the video. You know, it depends on who, what, when, where, and why, right? It depends on if I'm not covering a lot of other stuff too. There's a lot of new games and things like that. You know, here we'll be covering here in just literally, I don't know when this video will go up, but today is the 14th, at 4:11 p.m. right now when I'm talking. So this video will probably go up maybe 4:20, 4:30, and then basically in 30 minutes from, say, 4:30, we'll be doing a live stream over on the Purple to basically cover the PlayStation State of the Play event that's going on, and then cover a brand new game called Fae Farm. So you can perhaps join me over there. Or, you know, because it is a live stream, you can always watch it in case you did miss it too. But I do a lot of content over there, and then I cover a lot of mainstream big games that come out in the whole 9 yards. So I don't want to take up the whole end of this video, but I just thought I'd say all that. So I do a lot of other content too. Then there's choices, and there's, you know, a lot of other things. And then also, you know, there's only so many hours in a day. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Love your beautiful faces. Catch you all later. Peace out.